rates are done concurrently.
I sure hope so.
Okay.
I think that is the best way to go.
And the president is of that mindset.
He's looking at all. No,
That's a very good answer.
I'm not stepping in front of this president.
All right, I want to get reaction to that big news here from the guy who is central to getting these tax cuts that the Trump administration wants to see become reality. Craig Smith, Swiss America Trading Corporation chairman. What he makes of Kevin Brady, the House Ways and Means chief, saying they're on. They just could be retroactive, but nothing is stopping them. What do you think?
Neil, I got to tell you, first off, that was a great interview. You asked the right questions. I like how he said he didn't want to get in front of Trump, President Trump. But I got to tell you, I've never been more encouraged by an interview, and I'm sure you're of the same mindset, Neil. You have the man in the House Ways and Means Committee in Chairman Brady that will work with this president to bring forth what we just heard. I'm convinced that Chairman Brady listens to your program, Neil, because 6-8 months ago during the campaign, you and I talked about it. Could you imagine if you went from the 35% tax rates we have around in America, that are the highest in the world, and brought them down to 15 or 20%, every major corporation in the world will want to move here.
And that's just the corporation. I mean, we're talking the top rate going from about 40%, individuals now down to 33. And we know the top rate's actually much higher than that because of Obamacare. Then 33, 25, 12, all rates slashed, and now you know, they can go bicker back and forth with the Senate, what have you. But how doable is this, even with Republicans sort of having a run of the table?
Let me tell you something. I think it's very doable because you can almost guarantee yourself that the Warren-Sanders wing of the socialist people of the Democratic Party are going to come out and say, this is tax cuts for the rich, this is trickle-down economics, which, by the way, there is no such thing as trickle-down economics. That's a phrase from the Democrats. It's called supply-side economics. Ask John F. Kennedy if it worked. Neil, he had an average of 5.5% GDP during his years in the office. Ask Ronald Reagan if supply-side economics work. It created 18 million jobs and 3.8% average growth during the terms, and many of those years were much higher.
How do you think Wall Street responds then to all this, Craig?
Well, look at how they responded, Neil. Look at the market today. But more importantly, yesterday, what an incredible video, Neil. You saw President Trump in the Oval Office with the head of Intel, with his desk stacked with papers, talking about Intel spending $7 billion, creating 3,000 high-paying, high-tech jobs in Chandler, Arizona here, 10,000 support jobs. Why? Because he knows he's not going to have to deal with a president who says, you didn't build that. He's going to be dealing with the president that says, how do I help you build it and make it greater and make it better and get our GDP back, Neil, and make us the great nation that we are because of free market capitalism.
Craig Smith, I want to thank you very, very much. And to Craig's point, stocks are off to the races today, largely on indications that now they seem to be on the same page. But we're not done with this chapter.